Hey everyone, and welcome to the Wyoming Knits YouTube channel. My name is Jenny Lee, and this is my channel where I like to talk about all things knitting. Today is Monday, June 24th, and this is episode 46. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for all of the returning viewers, and if this is your first time watching, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button, and so you will be notified of when I upload my next video. You can find me on Instagram as Jenny Lee Knits, and you can find me on Lavallee as Jenny Lee S Knits. And today I'm coming to you from Southwest Wyoming, where I live with my husband, our daughter, and our little Yorkie Dax. So, I didn't upload on Sunday because we were out of town. We went camping over the weekend. We went to the Flaming Gorge and camped with some friends. It was so nice to be back out there this summer with all of the people that we love. We just had a nice, relaxing weekend, and so you get a upload today. I have two finished objects that we'll talk about today and a whole bunch of works in progress. I think after last time about talking about knit what makes you happy, I just cast on a whole bunch of things, and I'll show you everything that I have been working on. So let's start with finished objects. I finished my daily pullover, and I am wearing that today for this video. I think it'll probably get too hot to wear a long sleeve the rest of the day, but I'm going to wear it for this video, and then I'll probably change when I get done. This is the daily pullover by Purl Soho. I did use their linen quill, their fingering weight linen quill, and it is the color Lychee pink. It is kind of cropped, so it just hits the top of my, they're not quite high-waisted, my belly button's right here, so it does go a little bit further. So we have our long sleeves. They're nice to pull down, and I like my sleeves nice and long, so if my hands get cold, or they can be pulled up. It's got this nice V-neck. I wasn't sure if I was going to like the V-neck, if it was going to be too low, but it did, as you were working the ribbing, it did pull it in quite a bit. Yeah, I think next time if I do this again, I might add another inch before the ribbing, an inch or an inch and a half. So I do like this. It is nice and light and drapey. It'll be nice for this fall when we go back to school to wear during the day. So I did really enjoy working on this. It took a little while. I started it on, let's see, March 31st and finished June 16th. So I did finish last Sunday after my last video uploaded. I did get it finished that Sunday. I blocked it, and it's just been waiting for me to wear it. It's not too scratchy. Sometimes I think the linen is a little scratchy the first time you wash it, but I'm sure it will soften up after that. My next finished object is a pair of socks. I'm sure you guys are eager to see these finished. These are my pineapple socks. I used the Minecraft pattern by Heather Cox, and I used the June 2024 June 2022 Yarnable Straighten Your Crown. It was a pineapple themed yarn. So I started out with a 64 stitch cast on. I did a 2x2 rib for 20 rounds, and then I went into the pattern. The pattern is a 12 row repeat where you do 3 rows, 3 rows, 3 rows, 3 rows, and it was kind of addicting. So you would do the 3 rows and move on to the next one and go, and then you'd be like, well, I just want to get to the next 3 rows, and then I'll stop. Well, I'm about halfway done with these 3 rows. I'll get to the next one, and then I'll stop. And so it did, like, it was a fast pattern to work up, but I wanted to, at the beginning, I wanted to just savor this yarn and just work on it. So these are my pineapple socks. This is the first sock I had that I had been working on. The last time I showed it last Sunday was right here. And I did all of this and the second sock. I actually finished this sock. I Kitchenered the toe while we were camping. So I think I was still on the heel flap when we got there, and over the 2 days I knit all of this and Kitchenered the toe while I was there. And so these are ready to move on to the person I knit them for, and I think they will love them. So that's everything I've finished since I last recorded, and so now we'll talk about everything that I've been working on. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is something I've had on my needles for a while. I started this blanket in 2022, I think. I picked the pattern, I started the blanket, and because I had messed up a few times in the repeat between the 2 stitch markers that I had, I decided to rip it out and start over. I did start over January 28th of this year, and so since then I have made quite a bit of progress. This is the Feather and Fan Mandala blanket from Yarnsparations, and I'm using some Lion brand mandala yarn. So let's see, which side? I was right here last time, and I added in my next cake of yarn, and this is the next few colors. So we'll go sideways and see if we can see all of the colors. I'm making this for my mom. I just have a whole bunch of the different mandala yarn. I have these other cakes, And then I have this pretty blue. This one. And then I have, I think this is the one I'm on now. So I think I'll do this and then a next color and then one of these and one of the other colors, and just put this in between each of my next colors, and we'll see how far that gets me, see if that's all the yarn I need or if I need to get some more. I want this to be big enough to fit on her queen size bed if she wants, and so I've been trying to do at least one repeat. Let's see, where is that? One repeat a day, and that is working out a lot better than just trying to work on as much as possible when I sit down to work on it, because I get a little burnt out on it if I do too much, and then I don't want to work on it for a couple of days. So if I just come upstairs in here in my yarn room and work on one repeat, that's 4 rows, it has gone by a whole lot faster than I thought it was going to. So that is I think the only blanket I've worked on in the last week. So let's talk about some sweaters and some garments that I am making. The first one is my Maema by Pip and Pin. This is in a bag by Lila Styles. I just love this bag with all of the 1980s cartoons. I'm using Teal Torch Knits. And this is the Dancing on Top of Cars color. And I had 3 cakes of yarn. These all came in a mystery pack, and so they're not all the same dye lot. They were just extras. They might have been like a one-off, and I was like, oh, I don't need to alternate. I don't need to alternate skeins. It's fine. But when I added in the second color, I can tell where I added in the second color. On the camera you can tell where I added in the second color, and so maybe it'll just look like a fade or something. This is just going to be for me in the summertime when my arms get a little bit colder and I want something just to cover up with. We'll see. But I was right there where that star is. I've put on that much. I think I have 4 more inches in the body to go, and then I start the sleeves, and well, 4 more inches, and then I do the hem, and then I do the sleeves and come back and pick up the neckline. So whenever I pick this up, I end up working on it for a long time, because the honeycomb brioche pattern is just so much fun, and you slip your stitches and knit, and slip with the yarn over and knit, and then on the back side, well, the front side, I think you just knit all the way across, and so it's really easy to just go back and forth and back and forth. And so sometimes I'm like, okay, if I pick that up, I'm going to want to work on it for a really long time. Let's work on whatever. And so this has been taking a little while, but I love it. It's going to be so squishy and nice and soft and light for this summer. Hopefully I get it done pretty soon. I'm going to move my stitch marker so we can tell where I was for next time. But I love this so far. And then I think it'll just get even lighter. So we have, and I think it'll be okay. I have another set, this pink right here. It was mystery, and I got 3 of them, and I think all 3 of them came in different packages, and so I'm thinking about making the salty air tea with that, but that will be something I would have to alternate skeins for. So I've been working on that one, and then the next one I worked on is in my dragon bag. This is a Fates thread bag. It is my Easy V by Caitlin Hunter. Last time I was still working on the color work, so I was right here. I've got my cute little dragon. I don't remember where I got this little dragon. Let's see if we can get it on there. Is it gonna show? So I've got separated for sleeves, and I'm working on the body. I have to do 8 or 9 inches from here, and so I think I am really going to love it. I'm using the Lion brand Wool Ease. This is a 80% acrylic, 20% wool, machine washable and dryable. I think last time I talked about how I made this before and I felted it, and so this yarn will not be felting if I put it in the washer. So I am so excited for this one. This one I will wear probably in November or December when it gets cold, January. It might even be my Valentine sweater that I wear. So I'm just working on this one in the round. That one is bringing me joy because I know I'm going to love it when it's done. I have my notes here, and so I'm going to go in order of what I wrote. Then I have this other one that you've seen. This is a Red's Lady Creates bag. I'm using Sinful yarn. And this is the Can't Adult Today. And this is what it looks like. And these are the Tan Line Joggers by the Little Wolf Knits. And I am this is a little complicated to hold up. Let's see. Tangled. Oh, it looks like. Okay, there we go. So I'm about that far. Let's see, I put a progress keeper on here. Yep, right here. So I was right here last time, and I've done this much. So I have probably about another inch or so, 2 inches, before I split for the legs. And then this is a provisional cast on where I'll come back and I'll pick up stitches and do ribbing for the waist. So that's what I've got done so far. I really love this color, and I'm excited to have a pair of joggers for me. So that's in this cute flamingo bag. And then I think everything else, all the other sweaters I'm going to talk about are brand new. I think Thursday before we went camping, we didn't leave till Friday, so Thursday I was like, oh, I'm gonna cast on some sweaters to take camping with me. So I cast on 3 new sweaters. The first one I cast on is in my Sassy Sacks. This is a sweater size bag. And I'm using Dragon Hoard yarn. And this is the Bone Carver. This is her Fairy Tale DK 100% superwash merino. And this is the color. I showed this, I got this at the Great Basin Fiber Arts Festival, and I knew I wanted to make a sweater with it. I was pretty sure I was going to make the Brooklyn Raglan, and I got started on it, and this is what I have so far. It's got this fun texture on the sleeves, and then plain stockinette on the front and the back. I'm still in the Raglan increases, so I've got a little ways to go, but I'm excited to work on this. I absolutely love these colors. So that was the first one I cast on. I did take it with me, but I didn't work on it at all. I took my Maema cardigan, these socks, this, and another pair of socks. So then the next thing I cast on was I put in this bag after I finished my daily pullover. I'm using Teal Torch Knits again. I'm using a sock yarn, and this one is Waves Go Far, and a Suri alpaca. This is Tall Drink of Water. And here are the 2 colors, Waves Go Far and Tall Drink of Water. And I started the Rocket Tea by Tanis Lavallee. And this is what I've got so far. It's a V-neck, so I haven't connected the front yet. I've got the first little bit of the sock yarn. I've got 1 repeat of the Suri, and then I'm back to the sock yarn. This is a striped t-shirt, and so it'll have alternating stripes of this color and this color. So I think that'll be fun. I'm not sure how see-through it's going to be, but I will most likely wear something underneath it, like a camisole or a t-shirt or something. So I started on this one. Oh, I don't know if I said this is a Red's Lady Creates bag. And then I pulled out, let's put these tags back in here. I pulled out another Sassy Sacks for another sweater. This time I am using, let's see, where did I put all the tags? Oh, I put the tags inside the cakes of yarn. So they're in here. This is another Sinful yarn. And this is the Northern Lights. In her DK. And this one is an 85-15 superwash merino and nylon, 245 yards per 100 grams. And so it's gray with all of the neon speckles. And I started the Neon Nectar sweater by Wool & Pine. And I started one of the front panels. So this is as far as I've got. But I really, really want this sweater, so I decided I'm going to cast it on. If it's not ready to go, if it's not on needles, if it's not ready, then I'll never work on it. So I might as well get it started, right? So I put all the yarn in here and I am ready to work on it. Every once in a while I will clear off almost everything off my needles, and then I cast on a whole bunch of things and work on them for a while, get overwhelmed, and finish everything. So, I don't know, just the cycle of knitting. So that's all the garments I worked on. Now let's talk about socks. I have my big bag of summer sock camp socks, and I have my little basket with all of my Patton's Crow yarn that I'm using to make socks for my aunt. She won these at an auction that we did, and I auctioned off a pair of socks of your choice that I would knit for you. And I finished one pair, or not the whole pair, one of them. And so this is the You Better Work socks by Yarnsparations. I did change and modify the pattern a bit, I would say. I followed their guidelines. I have the pattern right here. It says It has different sizes than what I am used to. So it says either cast on 56, 6, or 68 stitches. I cast on my usual 64. I did a 2x2 cuff. I cast on with a German twisted cast on, and then I followed the instructions for where to put in the stripes. And so I followed the instructions for the stripe sequence, and then I did the 2x2 ribbing all the way down, and it said right here where you leave off after you do the heel, it says to do all of this straight stockinette, and I decided that I wanted the ribbing to go all the way down the foot, so I did that. I was right here at the heel. I had just started the gusset. I had picked up the gusset and started the decreases. I think I had one round of gusset stitches in there. And so I did finish that. I have my markers counting every 10 rounds. And so I will know just how big to make the second sock. I did cast on the second sock, and I am just a few rows in. So that's as far as I got. Little baby sock. So I've been working on those a little bit. And then let's go through this bag. I'm just gonna grab a bag and we'll see what is inside. So I have this bag. I think this one is by 2AM Designs. I will have all my bags, the shops where I found the bags linked below. I don't know if they have the exact bag, but they have similar bags. I am using a Happy Mermaid Yarn Co. And this is Blue Ridge Mountain. It's a 70-20-10 with Stellina. And it's this nice steel blue color with some browns. It does have sparkle. I don't know if the camera is picking up on any of the sparkle. And I cast on the cuff. I'm not finished with the cuff. And that's as far as I've got on that. Last time I talked about knit what makes you happy, and I looked at everything, all the socks I had going, and I said, I want different socks. I have some yarn caked up. Let's just get them started. So if I want to work on this color, I can. If I want to work on the next color, I can. So I have just a little baby sock started. I don't know. I'll probably do the String of Lights pattern for that. I think probably a lot of these will be the String of Lights pattern. In this patriotic bag, this is a Knit for Brains bag that I got last year. I have my Frankly Lisa by Mama Jess, and I don't have it started yet, but it's caked up. It's ready to go. Whenever I want to work on that color, I can. This one is another Knit for Brains. I do not have it started yet, but this is a Happy Mermaid Yarn Co. I want to say it's the Happy Camper. Uh-oh, I lost my tag. It's the Happy Camper color with 2 minis. I'll probably do this for the cuff and then stripe in the yellow, or maybe do yellow for the cuff and stripe in the green. Some like little sporty stripes. So I kicked that up and got it ready. Oh, let's get the needle back in there. My Scooby-Doo bag. This is a Molly Klein Designs bag. Let's see. Yep. Okay. And I have a U-Knit I Dye sock set. This was the I Love Love sock set. It's an 85-15 3-ply. And it came with this mini that I've started the cuff and this pink yarn. That one will probably be String of Lights. I have the next one here. This is my Lychee socks. I have not made any progress at all since last time. This is where it was last time. I don't know if I want to continue with this pattern. I might, to get these done before the end of June, because it is June 24th, I have 6 days. Is there 30 days? I have 6 days. I can knit a pair of socks in 4 days if I really wanted to. And so I might just rip back and just do stockinette. I don't know. Because I'm not reaching for these socks because I feel like there is so much purling and I don't really want to concentrate that hard. So I might rip these back, or they might carry over into July and I will start my July socks and finish my June socks in August. I don't know. So I'm going to just knit what brings me joy. If I want to rip those out and start over, I will. My next one, I took this bag with me camping and only worked on, I think I got 3 rows. So this is my Yarn Dragon Fibers. The tag is inside the cake of yarn. I'm pretty sure this is the Kaleidoscope color and the Lime Mini. And I'm doing the It'll Be Fine pattern. It's just a purl stitch that makes this fun. I think you can see that. It'll just swirl around. So I worked on this just a little bit. I love these colors. I love this green. I love these. So I'm working on that one. I have this last one in a My Needle Crafts bag. Let's move this one. And this is a Stitchin' with Yarn. And the color is Wildflower Patch. And I have just started the cuff. everything I have in my summer sock camp bag that I've been working on, or that I want to work on. Now that I see all of it, it is kind of a lot, but if it's not on the needles, it won't get worked on. So if you want it, you gotta get it started. That's where I'm at right now. I want to work on all the things, but if they're not ready to work on, then I can't work on them. So you might as well get them ready to work on, right? I know I have this month and next month, so I have 6 days plus 31 more days before I'm going to start working on school. So usually by the beginning of August, I start thinking about going back to school, getting my classroom ready, going into my classroom and setting up my desks and rearranging my classroom and putting out all my decor after they've cleaned all of our rooms over the summer. They go in and they wash everything down, they sanitize all the desks, all the tables, they shampoo the carpets, re-wax any of the floors that are tile. And so I don't get to go in, I don't want to go in at all in the summertime. But about the 1st of August, I start thinking about going back, start thinking about getting my classroom ready. I think the 2nd week of August, we have summer school. The 3rd week is the official teachers' week back, and the 4th week, the week before Labor Day, is the first day of school. So we'll go that Monday, and then we'll have Labor Day off, and we will be back to school. So I think about it, and I'm like, oh, I only have one more month left. I only have one more month that I get to knit whenever I want to. So let's get everything ready so I can knit on everything. I don't know if that's a good idea, but that's what we're doing so far. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I do not have any acquisitions. I didn't order anything. I didn't get anything in the mail this time. I did order the Yarn Cafe Creations summer countdown. I think it's the July countdown. The My Little Pony. I got that on Silver Stellina. That should be showing up in my mailbox this week sometime. And so I will open those and share those here with you. And until next time, happy knitting.